Hey there, YouTube. Another Taurus High Point production coming at you. My name's Ray Shepard. Rode my bike in this morning. It's April 13th, 2025. It was about 35 degrees out there when I did. My Yamaha 650. V-Star. Got a video posted up about it when I got it. As it was about 35 degrees out there, I had to minimize my speed to probably about 30 miles an hour. It's not like you were trying to win any land speed records at that cold with that wind chill hitting you. It's supposed to kick up to 70 degrees this afternoon. That's kind of why I rode it. I might take a ride this afternoon, but for the most part, I just rode it because I hadn't been on it in a while, and I do like biking. I used to ride in my youth, but I got broadsided. And somebody ran a stop sign and hit me, and I kind of gave it up then. And as I'm finding myself getting along in the tooth, I'm leaning back to those things that I enjoyed as in my youth. So I started riding again about a year ago. Well, and as I did, I'm checking out laws in certain states, and it's crazy, man. How crazy is it? Well, it's this kind of crazy. Lane splitting. I never gave it much thought. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of friends in other states where this is allowed to go on at, and they're talking about it, knowing that I've just started to ride again. They're kind of asking my opinion on different little innuendos of this law. I'm probably going to upset the motorcyclist here, but I'm going to shoot from the truth rather than from it's their fault name. I don't do that. If you're a motorcyclist and you're lane splitting, whatever outcome that happens is 100% on the motorcyclist. What? No. Yeah. If you are lane splitting and you get into an accident, that accident should be 100% on the motorcyclist. I've given this thought in a lot of consideration since it was brought to me a couple of weeks ago by some friends in another state. In one incident, a motorcyclist was lane splitting, but he was in a bicycle lane. He plowed into a bicyclist. The cops charged the bicyclist. I disagree with the cops there. I think the judge needs to throw that out and put blame back on the motorcyclist. The motorcyclist was in a bicycle lane, splitting traffic. That's the motorcyclist's fault, not the bicyclist. The bicyclist was in the right. He had the right to be in that lane because it's a bicycle lane. Okay? As I study for my test and I read all this stuff, and the motorcyclist is supposed to share the same traffic laws as other vehicles. So if I can't put an 18-wheeler in that bicycle lane, why is that motorcyclist there? No, that's your fault. Another situation. Don't know what state it happened in, but again, motorcyclist lane splitting, and he was doing about 75 miles an hour. Okay. Traffic moving forward couldn't go anywhere. There was an accident past an intersection that had traffic all tied up. Okay. Again, motorcyclist splitting right through the lane. Okay. Doing about 75 miles an hour. Okay. Right into the cross traffic because he couldn't see what was going on. He plowed right into somebody else. And the state has a messed up law on the books, or a messed up situation on the books, where it's automatically the heavier vehicle's fault. No. 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 That motorcyclist hadn't have done what he did, he wouldn't have got what he got. That would be like another car shooting through the same thing that the motorcyclist did, entering traffic. That would have been on a vehicle entering the traffic, not the traffic that was rolling. They ended up charging the motorist because, well, it's a heavier vehicle. Lane splitting is a huge controversy. And I'm looking at it this way. I'm out there riding. Okay. I'm in my lane. Okay. The law states I should use the left 2/3 of the lane, right, to keep any vehicle from sharing my lane. Right? Why now all of a sudden you want to make a law that allows a motorcyclist to do what a normal car can't? If a normal car can't share the lane with a motorcyclist, that motorcyclist should not be able to share a lane or lane split. It's the same exact thing. And I know people are going to jump up and down, get a rope, boys, we got a lynching going on. Hang yourself for not having any respect for any other traffic out there. This has been a Taurus High Point production. I choose, therefore I am responsible.